Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Paint Along with Fred. Here we're going to try and do something different, and basically an abstract drawing. You can see I've loaded this image of a horse, but obviously not a realistic horse, but an abstract form, impressionistic form. And the idea is to do something similar. So again, it's a creativity that we want to learn, not just actually replicating a drawing in its true form, but perhaps, using some creativity to do some nice artwork. So let's see how we can approach this. So this is one approach that I'm going to try and use, and there are hundreds of other approaches, and depending on the brushes you want to use, you can do this drawing in a different way. So first of all, I'd probably want to sketch out this actual form, the shape of this drawing, and then use a brush to go over it. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have this in the trace form, and then we're going to select a brush. Let's go for charcoal, and then let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's alright. You can keep to this color, it's not a problem. And then just go around creating the main shape and form, the eyes, the actual neck, and this huge, forgot the name, but that's the area that we want to also do some nice effects here. Notice that the yellow bit here, and then maybe we want to capture that into the art form. So, okay, so we can follow the same colored patterns and just lay that down, or like for example, we can take this yellow and see what brush I could probably use. Maybe stick to charcoal, and let's see okay, so we are on the yellow, slightly orange, okay, and then we could probably do that stroke those strokes that appear wherever this color appears, just following the line. And then keep building that. Okay, so we'll continue to build that. So we got another color. Maybe that reddish color would be a good idea. Okay, I'm just going up the color palette and see where those reds are hiding. Okay. Yeah, quite a bit of red here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, and then remember, it's just a continuous build. So we got that large swath of blue here. So let's go down to the blue. And then pick a nice blue color here. Notice I'm not using the color picker here. Don't think it's necessary at this stage. well on this drawing. I mean, I could use it if I'm trying to replicate a sort of a true to like landscape, but since this is just an abstract, the colors are not really where it should be, unimportant. Okay, so now what we have, some green. I can see some green, so let's go ahead, add the green. Notice I'm leaving the darker colors towards the end. Remember, there's a lot more colors going on here. If you look at the green, there's like 2-3 variations of that going on there. And now, let's see, we have the brown. Let's do the brown here. Okay. And then let's have a look. Yep, so it's coming together. Now let's do, and when we have the white already as the background, which is perfectly fine, and then we can now do variations of these colors. Basically, let's get that black down as the also the reference point. Yeah, and then reduce the size of the black. Then do the black areas like this. Because it's abstract, I'm not so much interested in how it goes down, where it should go down. That's why I'm keeping to the actual, yeah, the open traced image rather than my canvas. Okay. So notice also my brushes are 2/3 of the way up, which I usually like, so I can overlap, so it's not like one thick paste. Okay. Okay, so we can see what that comes up as. Let's have a look. Alright, so we can see that there is black dense going on here. I'm not too worried of how it looks now at this moment in time. And the more you remember, it's this drawing is about building, and now probably what I'll do is I'm gonna ignore the original image, the traced image, and now keep building this. Okay, and then use my eye to get a sense of what I'm doing and using my strokes. Okay, so now let's see, we've already got the advantages that we've already got some of the colors, not yet, but let's pick the red. So now we can randomly go and take advantage of the fact that we're selecting a different red and keep building on that. Okay, where the red is, right? Okay. Not going entirely over it, just near it, and to give it sort of dimension. Remember in my last drawing I said that you can build dimensions by using multiple colors. This is what we're doing here. Again, see, pick maybe go down, and then maybe go down. And just use your eye to see what's coming out. Don't be afraid of just trying it. Don't judge too quickly your drawing. Okay. Yeah, but a little bit thicker. So let's move to the yellow now. Okay. So again, you can see this yellow is different to the yellow that I originally picked. That's exactly what's needed. Again, using multiple colors, keeping to the region where the yellow is. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Continuously build up. Now let's go for some blue again, yeah? Again, it'll be a different blue, which is what's the intention is here. And sticking to the region where the original blue was. Okay. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but that's the beauty of art, isn't it? And I'm not sure what it's gonna come to look like when it's finished, but that's what the aim is here. So now let's go for the green. Okay, we know some green here. See, not different. Okay. Okay. Now blue. Let's go back to the blue. Good. Dark blue there. Maybe a bit different. Just notice the blue changes. So okay, and then we can come and visit those areas that are lacking in any color and see what we can do to that. That would be my next move here, but so far not too bad. Now let's see what the original image looks like. Yeah, so the region where it's white is probably, there's whiter region in the areas that I haven't addressed, but we can continue with the red and all the others. So let's go back, continue that color. Okay, let's keep building. Don't overdo it or overshoot it, because that's the whole idea, is that we're trying to build something that still retains its shape. Okay, I'm interested in this region here, so let's see what that is. Still dark, that's dark. So notice we haven't touched the dark region, so again we can use some of the grey like I've just done now. You know, that's an offshoot of the dark, and then you know, depending on what it looks like, we can Remember also we can select the white even though we have the white background. Okay. So as I'm drawing, I'm trying to think what the overall drawing is, how the overall drawing is coming out. All right, and then let's see, let's keep looking, referring to, so what was I was telling you about the white, so we could go, notice now that, you know, I'm using white, and then using that like it's a brush, not the background, but like an actual brush color. Okay. Okay, now let's see what we have here. Got white, black, dark blue, white and red around that. So look again, white. So we can maybe go for screen the areas around that. Notice that we're now encapsulating the white region that we're filling up, and it has somewhat a little bit of shape. So again, you know, I can experiment and see. So now let's focus on the head. So get that black dark region. Let's focus on the horse's head. Okay, so we have white around here below the eyes. So it's a little bit hard. Yep. So we can go for the blue, as we have been doing. The blue. Then even a darker blue, I would say. And then on this darker, we can go for the black here, even when we're on the blue palette. Now, you know, normally like any other drawing, you tend to, there's the dark region here around the nose. Then we know there's a yellow around here. So could finish that there. Okay. So it's coming together slowly. I mean, it's better than when I started, right? Now, again, just fill those colors and don't be shy about filling those colors, because you can always go over it. you know, always go over it. No, so, I'm using this yellow. Let's see what it looks like, the green. Is that green there? Alright, so just do what I'm doing right now. Just keep building it up. Don't worry about when and how. That's the creative elements to it. Okay, now I think this dark black needs a little bit more refining perhaps. So I'm going to start lowering the black, go straight for the black. Let's see if I can refine those, because they do stand out more because of their high tonal value. And maybe increase the tones. Okay. So again, alright, so maybe what I'll do is I'll do what the original artist did in the other one, which was naturally done with a in traditional medium. Oops, that's the ears, so we don't want to lose that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll go for that brown that we saw a lot of in the drawing. See what that comes out as, and then we can probably play around with the this could be a little bit brown. I could equally go, I'm wanting a dark brown, so I could equally change the hardness. See, the hardness makes a difference. So again, it's when you look at the overall drawing, is that the way does that work? And you have to ask yourself that question. So again, I think it's a little too harsh for what I want to do. So let's take the tinge down a little bit. Okay, so again, doing that, and then keep changing the colors. Let's get the bit of red. and keep adding to that. Remember, I have the smaller brush size right now. So this is something I haven't done before. That's why I'm not able to, give you clear instructions. But, I'd like you to practice and learn as you go along, isn't it? And not just follow just one method and work on that. So now let's go for a lighter yellow. Remember, the hardness is quite high, so now I have to be careful as to how I put these colors down without affecting what I've already got down there. Yep. Just looking at the overall. Maybe not quite down there. Okay. Let's go for the blue. So now I've got the same settings, which is a little bit harder. So I'm putting down some harder because the original image had very high density to the colors. So now I'm actually laying down those high density colors. Okay, so not too bad. I don't know what you think, but just have to keep improving on that and maybe go back on the yellow.